Garrett gun.
Nice. All right.
Just a little red Ronin. You know it's back of hand.
Oh, there you go.
Hi.
Hello, traders. We are back. Everything's late. Nobody dies. Episode 12.
Oh, wait. Hi, Ron.
Hello!
What was that?
So we got Ron, Captain Electric, sitting in with us today.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Check him out on Whatnot. He always brings some killer books to the platform. He always got good stuff.
I try.
Yeah.
I really try.
Bring
it's
in
always a guesswork every week.
and
For me, too. For everybody, it's guesswork. Yeah, that's comics, buddy.
but he's got the whole family involved.
Yep.
I know I picked up quite a few pieces of original art from Dexter,
Yep.
the youngest genetic creation.
That is correct. The youngest genetic creation. Yep.
That sounds like a band.
It's also the name of her child.
Yeah. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Youngest genetic creation?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you know that?
God.
Where have
No
you
wonder
been
they
all
changed
this?
their name to Dexter.
I would too.
For sure.
Oh, by the way, Eric, it appears you need some more tattoos sitting here with us.
I probably do.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to get something done, but the wife ended up spending the tattoo funds
On
to get
herself.
her, like, arms done.
You think that's something? Watch this. That's
I don't know what I want done next, though. I mean, I'm thinking about something maybe comic book related, but
It's dark.
yeah.
Yeah, I would
That's
do
the
anything
geek.
comic book related.
It's not
yeah.
going to, you don't think it's going to stay?
No.
It's a fad. It's a fad. It's a fad, man. It's on its last 100 years.
Yeah.
At
It's not
least.
going to work out.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
So, She Bites, my pick of the week.
yeah, she does. God, that was good.
It was really a
It
good
was
story.
fun. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I even talked Beck into grabbing one. He read it last night. It's one of the first things he said when he came in today. He's like, "Oh, I read that. It was really good."
Yeah. Well, I was expecting, so I'm a big Anne Rice fan, and I was expecting
My
kind of
condolences.
I love Anne
My
Rice.
condolences.
I love Anne Rice. But I was kind of expecting that Claudia character from
Yeah, I
Interview
was
with the
kind of
Vampire.
thinking that's what it was.
That
too.
is not
No.
what it is.
Not at all. It's closer to Near Dark than it is
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. That was so cool. I don't mean anything bad by saying this because I really like Little Monsters, but this is what I was expecting from Little Monsters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I see
and
that.
I wasn't expecting a slow burn 12 issue, or 12 episode Netflix series. You know what I mean? Where nothing happens for a couple episodes,
Right.
so we're building character, and I mean, now that being said, it's good. It's good. It's really
Right,
it's a
right.
really good book. But it's not the fun book that I wanted it to be. This is the fun book that I wanted it to be.
Well, I don't know. I kind of expected more character building. I mean, Lemire, that's what he does. That's his style.
Yeah.
Let's drag out the characters for a few
Pronounced
episodes.
Calamari, by the way. Just so you know. Calamari.
But yeah, I like Little Monsters. I don't care a whole lot for the art. I mean, it's not bad art, but it's not the best.
No.
I think it feels rushed.
I mean, I think it's Dustin Wynn, right? I think Dustin Wynn's art was more suited. I won't say better, but more suited to Descender and Ascender. Because it was kind of that stark, like
I did not
nothing
realize that
around.
it's the same artist.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. It's kind of
'Cause
that
it fits.
stark,
It
nothing
fits for
around
that.
thing. It really fits for that. It's sort of, lonely. Its art's very lonely.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, I mean, I expected more of that.
No, that really makes a lot of sense because, I mean, Little Monsters really is not a lonely book. I mean, you got a group, and it's very interactive with the characters in the book, and
It's kind of like a mixture of Walking Dead and The Strain, but with better character writing. I mean, like seriously, better character writing. Because as much as I enjoyed Walking Dead, the characterizations were pretty one-dimensional.
right.
It was this guy and that guy, and I mean, you could be almost anybody in that book if you were drawn by Charlie Adler, because I kept getting confused. I'm like, oh no, Rick's oh no, wait, that was the other guy that had the goatee and the okay, never mind.
I've never read a Walking Dead book.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Wow.
I mean, I love the show, That's
probably why you like the show.
Well, I like the first 3 seasons. I like the first 3 or 4 seasons.
I like the first season. The second season, I kept waiting for something to happen. And there were cool moments from the second season, I thought. But overall, it was kind of drawn out. And yeah. The third season, I feel the same. And the fourth season, I couldn't get through. I could not. I tried. I started that fourth season, I think, 4 or 5 times. And I could not do it.
I think that the last season that we watched was the season after they left the prison.
Okay.
Like when they met the cannibals or whatever. That was the last season that we watched, and I may revisit it someday. It's just
I watched after that. I watched the scene where all the zombies fell through the top of their grocery store, which I didn't exactly understand how that happened, but it was cool. And then I watched the Glenn scene, and that's about it. Because I was just like, give me, I'll just watch the gore highlights. Because I didn't actually like any of the characters on screen. I thought they were all supremely unlikable. So I just watched the gore. The characters are much more likable in the book, but man, the problem I had with the comic was, I keep forgetting the opening credits. It's based on the graphic novel. The problem I had with the graphic novel. The 32 page, $3.99 graphic novels.
They started them out that way, and then they went with the single issues afterwards.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
So
because they did so well, they were like, "Screw it, we'll just break it up."
Let's milk this cow for all it's worth.
Oh my god! Yeah, I hate when they put that on there. Based on the graphic novel. Well, doesn't the graphic novel they say based on the comic book? No, we'll quit putting based on the damn graphic novel unless it's actually a graphic novel.
Well, at that time, if you're saying, like, what was that, 10 years ago?
Yeah, about that.
Like, you're at that time, and you say that it's based on a comic book, they're expecting Iron Man.
Well, but you know what, though? But Preacher said based on the graphic novel.
Nobody watched Preacher.
I did.
And Preacher came out way after Walking Dead, too.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
So that time period kind of changing.
Yeah.
That.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. It became more acceptable to say based on a comic book, but they kept saying based on a graphic novel, and I don't know why that is.
I think we're still there. I don't think that pop culture in general is ready to accept non-superhero comic books in pop culture, in movies and TV.
No, you might have a point there.
I agree with that one.
You might have a point there.
I think people think comic books are superheroes or Archie. Like that's what you get.
Or if you come see my lady night shows, a lot more.
Lady night shows.
Ladies night.
Yeah.
What do you wear? Well, thanks for joining us.
We're demonetized.
Wait. Where's Ron? There he is. Yes, he is. Okay.
It's really interesting to me, though, how we're starting to. The monsters are all cyclical. So now we're finished. People are bored with the zombie thing. That's been overplayed. Now we're back to vampires.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good vampire. Little Monster's a good vampire book. West of Sundown is
West of Sundown.
amazing.
Yeah, and then we got that. We've got, was it Dark Red? That was good.
Yeah,
that was
Dark
really
Red
good. I
was
like
really
that. You got Vampirella all over the friggin' place. You had Vampire the Masquerade coming out again.
Yeah.
There's so much vampire stuff.
Yeah.
And and it's kind of like the zombie stuff. I still love zombies. I've always loved zombie stuff. I always love vampire stuff, werewolf stuff. I'll bet werewolf stuff is the next cycle.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like there's always going to be a fad, a cycle, or whatever you want to call it, of monsters. And I would like to see, and I think they kind of did that for a little bit, and they did this for a little bit, but I would like to come back. This sounds so freaking cliche and stupid, man, but I would like to come back to the whole human monster thing. They kind of did that with Nailbiter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like the serial killer stuff. I like Maniac in New York is a great one. That kind of stuff. And I'd like to see a little bit more of that, and maybe less of everybody as much as I'm enjoying all this stuff, especially this thing, God, it was so fun. I'd like to see him kind of spread it out a little bit.
Right.
And because the next thing that's going to happen, people are going to be sick of vampires. And there's going to be tons of werewolf stuff. They're going to be sick of werewolves. And there's going to be like 14 more Frankenstein books. And then they're going to be sick of that. And then there's,
Okay, so this is what I was thinking. I had a person ask me, kind of a regular customer ask me, because I use the term blue chip when I'm talking about comic books. I don't know if you ever use this or not. But I use blue chip, and we hear Grail. That book's a Grail for me. We hear that one a lot, a whole lot. To me, two completely different things.
Very different things.
Your blue chip can be a Grail, but Grails are subjective, right? In my opinion.
Yeah.
So I brought in a bunch of books out of the personal collection or whatever. And so this, to me, is a Grail.
That's a Grail, yeah.
Yeah, G.I. Joe #1. And it's one that I was actually looking all over for this book to put it in my personal collection and didn't realize I had already had it in there. So that, to me, is a Grail, whereas this would be more of a blue chip for me.
Yeah, I would agree, yeah.
So the blue chip, to me, are the books that everybody compares everything else to.
Yeah. I would almost, and I almost feel like a layman's way of telling the difference between a Grail and a blue chip. If it's a blue chip, you're going to look through 5 boxes and you're going to find 4 homages.
Yeah.
If it's a Grail, you're not necessarily going to see that. And because, it's like my personal Grail is Ms. America Comics, the first appearance of Patsy Walker. Nobody cares about that but me and like 7 other people. What's her name that plays Patsy Walker probably doesn't even give a crap about that. You're like, yeah,
I know you can't. I know it's impossible to find.
Yeah, it is, man. But that's not because it's a Grail or a blue chip or anything like that. I mean, that's because it's a magazine that just got shredded along with the Newsweeks and the Life magazines when they came out. And it had those comics in. But yeah, it's very difficult to find. But that's not going to be one, and I don't see it. Yeah, you're going to get some money out of it. And I don't see that as one that's going to be, oh, look at this, man. We're going to get this thing slabbed. We're going to get this thing, pressed and cleaned and everything. And, man, we're going to put it up. I'm going to retire.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep that for 10 years and it's going to quadruple in value. That's not going to happen, man. That's my personal Grail. But, one thing that I have that's a Grail and a blue chip, both for me, is that Spider-Man 1. Which, I'm not going to get until the next collapse, 90s collapse of the industry. I'm not going to see that.
What is it?
Amazing Spider-Man 1.
That one? Is that it? I thought you owned it.
He's like going to get his checkbook right now.
Oh, I shit myself.
I mean, I can act cool. It's not mine.
No, I don't. I don't have that. And that's literally the only Spider-Man book ever printed I don't have.
Really?
Yeah. Amazing Fantasy 15, all the other Spider-Mans, the Web of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, blah, 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 Spectacular, all that stuff. And that's the only one I don't have. Whose is it anyway?
It belongs to my buddy Joe in Japan.
Do you think I could take him?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would it be close enough for me to take?
I don't know. It might be for sale. I'll ask him.
No. God, man. Yeah, see, that's... I mean, you know what I'd do, man? I'd have you bust it out.
Yeah.
I'd break it out of there.
Well, this is the one I was telling you about earlier.
We were just talking
about
that.
So the case is all beat up. He bought it like this, and because the case is all beat up, he got it for a really decent price. Like, it's an 8.0. It's been pressed, and he sent it to me, and he's like, bust it out, clean it, press it, let's send it in to get it graded. Like, you're better off. I mean, it's got a good press on it already. You're better off just having them reholder it so that you don't lose the grade.
Joe?
Joe.
Okay. Hi, Joe. 801 461 422. I can't even remember my phone number. 4228.
This is a good example of a blue chip book. I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not the highest value. It's not the highest value Spider-Man or Silver Age book.
No, it's not.
But when people start talking about Silver Age books and books of comparable value, this is the one that they compare it to. They're like, well, that's not an ASM #1, but it is a Daredevil one, and
let me know.
Honestly, a little blown away that you don't have that book.
Well, and see, that's the thing, man. I've had it in my hand probably 10 times,
right?
But everybody that has it, there's John from Torpedo is going to sell me one like 5 years ago.
I remember that.
For like $3,000, but it was the British one. I'm like, I don't want the British one. And he's like, oh man, this is going to go crazy. And I mean, hindsight, yeah, I mean, I probably should have bought it to resell it. You know what I mean? Then I can get that one. But in hindsight, yeah, I probably should have bought it and then resold it. When the 4M books were hot, because I feel like those are kind of seen its day now. For the most part, there's some that are still, but I just didn't want to spend, it wasn't in that condition, I just didn't want to spend that much on the foreign version of the book that I wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had,
well,
I had
that's what makes it a grail for you. You don't want just the blue chip to have that valuable book. You want
I want it for me, man. I'm not going to resell
version of it.
I'm not going to resell it. I'm going to do anything with it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, at that, I don't know if I really don't know if I crack it open or not. I might, I may just save it like that and just, leave it to my daughter.
I mean, how many times have you read that book? Like, you've read it.
Oh my God, so many times.
Numerous times.
So
you know you can read it.
Yeah, right.
Like, I would probably, if it were mine, I would reholder it just for preservation.
Right.
And do that every 10 years that I'm alive.
Yeah.
Send it in, get it reholdered. But that way it's going to keep up.
That's assuming I'm going to be alive for another 10 years, but man, you never know. I make a lot of people mad.
So this is one that I get, that I hear a lot. Oh, that's a blue chip. That's blue chip.
No.
I'm not done talking about that. That is not a blue chip book. This is not a blue chip book.
No.
Because it fluctuates in value way too much. Like a 9.8 of this was going for $1,400, $1,500 less than a year ago, and now
it's what, 300?
300?
It's about 300, yeah. 3-4 on it.
Mm-hmm.
And a 9.6 is $40. A slab 9.6 you can get for $40.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Mm-hmm. No, that I would not consider a blue chip book. Absolutely not. Maybe 50 years from now it could be.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's a grail book for a lot of people.
Yeah. Certainly.
And I mean, and I think the reason that a lot of these 90s books are going up is because so many people, when I opened up in 2004, and so, a 90s book was new. It's a 10-year-old book.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, my God, there's so many of those. It's like, man, I think that so many people just trash those things that they're, instead of being 500,000 of them in 9.8, there's maybe 2,000 of them in 9.8 now.
Right. Yeah. Well, and there's a big difference. I mean, I've had this discussion with Roger, and like he's really deep into that foreign market, and he makes a good point. I mean, when these books were worthless, when these were quarter bin books, you were trying to sell 5 million books to 250,000 American collectors.
Yeah.
So now we're 20 years down the road, half of those 5 million are gone, and we've gone from 250,000 American collectors to about 1.5 million, 1.5 is a good guesstimate of hardcore collectors.
Mm-hmm.
And then we opened up the rest of the world. The internet's brought everything, because like I can get twice as much for an X-Men in Australia than I can in the United States.
Wow. That's because they lived there for a little while.
And if we can get stuff to South Africa,
thank you.
If we can get stuff to South Africa, I mean, those people love the like 90s image stuff, and yeah, they go crazy over Prophet and Wildcats. Like
they empty out the quarter boxes. Man.
Wildcats #2. They love Wildcats #2 over there.
It's sparkly.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of sparkly things there.
Yeah, it's not like they got diamonds or something.
No, man, they have no sparkly things.
So this is a super cool blue chip grill.
Wow.
See that?
Art's worse than John Carter.
Well, I don't know about that. I thought that one was super cool. Little Eastman.
Little ditty. An Eastman joint. An Eastman leather joint. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
That is cool, man.
This one's people are going nuts for. So, I never thought of that before. But so the Amazing Spider-Man 300, I did throw that up there already, right? Mm-hmm. So ASM 300, the Batman Adventures 12, Ninja Turtles 1, these are all blue chips. I see so many homages,
especially
to those
lately.
covers. Yeah,
you're seeing a lot of them.
Yeah,
lately.
I mean, what really kicked that off? I just thought of that. McFarlane, Spawn.
Yeah, with those second century Spawn reprint or homages. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly what happened.
And those are completely unattainable at this point. Low print run. I mean, there's some of those that are $300-400.
That's ridiculous. They're so unobtainable. They should be in the Avatar sequel.
Or they should be the Avatar sequel.
Or there shouldn't be. Anyway, that's okay. No, we did a movie thing last time, right? Yeah. Donkey! Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm like, when a dog sees a squirrel, that's what happens when I see a dog. Sorry. I totally interrupted the show because I saw a dog. That's ridiculous. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see that slow down. And maybe, maybe if they did like what homages I liked? I liked the, and I don't say this a lot about New 52, but I did like this about New 52. The 52nd issue was, the variant cover was an homage to the first issue of the New 52. Every single one of those, the last cover was an homage to that. Huh. And I dislike the whole thing with the 52. The New 52 so much. I'm going to be 52 next month, and I'm upset about that. I'm going to be the old 52, and that's upsetting to me. But yeah, I liked those, because it made sense. But if it goes to issue 100, do an homage to the first issue.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool, right? Yeah. It's like, cool. Milestone. Look what we did. Here we are.
Well, and they take away everything that was special about any type of gimmick cover, right?
Yeah, so that's true. That's true.
The stray dogs thing got us to the point where you don't want to see another movie cover homage. You just don't.
Yeah, I mean, you showed me those stray dogs covers the other day. I don't want to be rude, so I'm not going to say where they were from or who did them or anything like that, But you showed me some stray dogs covers the other day, and I was like, and I love that book. I love horror movies.
Right.
And I looked at them and I was like, I don't care. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, when whoever came up with that first one, like, it was a cool idea. And I don't even know what the first one would have been. But I remember when that book first came out, the cover, the variant that everybody was after was the missing poster.
Yeah.
It was like the dogs picture on a telephone pole with the little pole tabs, like a homemade "My dog's missing, call this number."
Yeah.
And that's the one everybody was after. And then all of a sudden, a movie homage, a movie poster homage hit, and everybody was just going nuts. And then they went. Issue 2 had movie posters. Issue 3 had movie posters.
Like 10 of them, and then 30
and then they
of them,
and back and made movie posters for issue 1
for the
Second,
reprints.
third, fourth,
Yeah.
fifth, sixth, seventh printing.
I mean, it just got out of hand.
And that's it. I'll sell that. I'll sell the number 1 with the pull tags and the wanted poster, or the missing poster. I'll sell that as a 28 days later. I don't care, man. I'll lie. I don't care. No. But I mean, yeah, you're right. There were too many. There were too many. And as much as I love that book, I really do think there were too many of them.
And that just makes it lose, like, it just. So the biggest, by far, the biggest one of those stray dogs was the Hive comic.
The Hive one, the
Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably the best cover. It's the one that
really
looked the coolest.
Yeah.
And the story behind it is amazing as well. But so that one, that by far was the best stray dog cover, and
Yeah, that
probably
was
the coolest
really cool.
homage. I mean, there's a couple others. I got the Rocky Horror. I really like that one because I'm a Rocky Horror fan. I love that stuff. But so when I was talking to the guys about it, and it was Jonathan, and I was like, so I can't remember. I think it was Good Boy we were talking about. I'm like, if you had a Good Boy homage to Reservoir Dogs, that would be super cool.
So cool.
And that is a pretty good idea. But his reply to me was, "Yeah, I don't care.
It's been done.
I don't care about movie homages. I don't care."
Yeah. But we care about you, Jonathan.
We do care about Jonathan.
We do.
It's Jonathan's birthday today too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. He's in San Diego.
I was gonna say he's celebrating San Diego,
Yeah,
so
I don't really get. There was something I was looking on FOC. Order cut off for Batman 125. For the second print of the book, so you can get the second print cover, and like it's not a spectacular cover or anything. I don't even know why the book's going to second print, but
There's no need.
But there's a 1 in 25 on it. A 1 in 25 for a second print.
Yeah, because they saw Marvel doing it with like Venom and stuff. Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we can do it too."
Like,
I'm not.
nobody
I
cares.
mean, I'm a Batman freak. No, I ain't ordering 25 of them just so I can get them. Hell, I've still got 40 of the first prints.
Yeah, I don't understand why that book's going to second print to begin with.
There's no need to. I mean, now granted, I really ordered hard on that 125. Because I mean, a lot of people were picking it up. A lot of people were interested to see what Zdarsky's going to do. But I mean, honestly, it's like what, the fourth writer,
Right.
in 125 issues, man. I mean, I think Tom King probably should have been a 20 issue writer. And then I think Tinian should have taken over, and then taken it to here. And I don't, they cycle through writers so much, and every time there's a new writer, they make it a big deal and make 15 covers. And I don't think that that's the way to do it. And just hell, everything changes writers. It always has,
Right.
And when Roy Thomas came on the Avengers and Stan Lee left the Avengers, they weren't like, oh, the Titan of Marvel, the marvelous rockin' Roy Thomas. Here's 173 variant covers, and 170 of those are store variants. And then there's a 1 in 10,000. And no, man, just put the book out. Put the book out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too much, man. Now, speaking of second printings, though, I was going to touch on this. Images. Hand to God, no more second printings is gone,
Really?
which I am so happy about. 8 Billion Genies 2 and 3 are on second print. Why in the hell they didn't put 1 on second print, I have no idea, man. But
Because that's going to be an image first. It's going to be a dollar book.
no, it's not.
no.
They'll make it a dollar book.
No, it's $3.99 or $2.99. Yeah, $3.99. It's a second printing. It's cover price. They're going back to second printing to meet the demand of it, and which I wholeheartedly agree with. You know, because man, I'm getting, and I've got so many people that come in here, man, and Image won't do their reprints. I got so many people that come in. They're like, "Oh, look, it's 2 and 3. Do you have a 1?" No, I don't. Oh, all right, that sucks. I'll go on eBay. And then they pay $20 for the first printing because there aren't any, you know.
Right.
You know, and so I mean, I
$250 for a Mario homage.
A what?
Mario. There's a Mario homage out, and it's going for $250 right about now.
Are you serious?
That's serious. I sold one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Why don't you give it to me, you jerk?
Because you have books like that at your house, and I had like.
Not yet, I don't. Hey, Joe. Joe, we're looking for a sponsor for this show. If you let me buy this, I will be the sponsor for the show. No, I don't like when. I mean, I think they should have started with number 1 as the second printing. 2 and 3 were weird, but maybe it's because they have the returnability on number 1. And there were so friggin' many of them that were ordered. They figured, oh well, 2 and 3, that's not a big deal.
I don't know. I think that you're going to see number 1 pop up as one of the Image first, and people will be able to pick it up for $1.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's good. That's a good thing.
I mean, I've done that. I've picked up Image first that got me into a book.
Oh yeah,
I think that's brilliant. Reprint those
that's a great
number
idea.
1
first.
And I mean, I wish they would do a little bit more of that. I liked the True Believers when they started them, because they were like, True Believers, Conan number 1.
Yeah,
right.
Or whatever, whatever it is. The numbering became a bit of a problem because it was like New Mutants 98, True Believers, Deadpool number 1, and it's like it's not. They should put True Believers, New Mutants 98 on it, and it's because it's it's a.
Well, it causes issues too, like on my end where I'm selling on Whatnot and stuff. You have to spell everything out 100%. This is not a Deadpool number 1.
Right.
This is a reprint of New Mutants. Da 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 da. Even in your description, everything, and you'll still get the occasional. Is this a first print?
Yeah. And you're on Whatnot. What's your online boy tag or whatever they call them?
Captain Electric.
Oh wow, that's really great. You guys, online boy tag. We can't even see you, Ron.
I know,
dude.
There's a voice behind.
Here, let's put this closer to me.
Here, I could do.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I'll move closer to there.
Oh, so I hadn't lost myself for a minute. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Anyway,
he has this process with new books.
Now I did. I one of the many things that I liked about the whole bad idea experiment. I like the first print and the not first print. I really like that concept. So for your collectors, you can get the first print of a book, and for everybody else, or even for the collectors that want a reading copy, you can always order a not second print. Like 5 years from now, you can order a not second print of those books.
Yeah. But didn't they say when they started out they weren't going to do second prints? Oh, is that why they call them not?
They're
second
not doing
prints?
second prints. It's a not first print, because second print implies that it's a limited run, and there may be a third, and there may be a fourth. But you can buy a first print, or you can buy something that's not first print, and it's going to be cover price.
I'm trying so hard to stay positive.
Always
we
be
move on?
available. It's a brilliant concept.
No. I mean, it actually is, or they should just call it reprint.
Yeah.
Reprint, because not first print's so cheeky.
It is.
And just call it a reprint. Just whatever. Just do reprint and call it a day.
I mean, it's like the concept behind the facsimile editions. I mean, they put those out at $3.99, so you can get your Amazing Fantasy 15 and have it in your collection and have that to read, and it's only going to cost you $4.
Yeah. That's true. Oh my God, we're tiny. Oh, okay.
Oh, I just want to make sure I didn't really jack it up.
We're so tiny.
No, I'm surprised more.
We're back. Okay. I mean, I like that, but I think the True Believers thing was a better idea.
I like the True Believers because they're cheap books for $1. Like cheaply made books.
Yeah.
For $1.
No, the facsimiles are better made. That's true. Yeah. They're better produced. Yeah. Maybe they should try doing both of those again, but dial back what you're reprinting, and put the actual issue on there. You know, I mean, what they should have done, I think, with the True Believers,
Like what
is
DC did with their dollar books.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is one thing that I really enjoyed over the Marvel stuff that DC did, is putting the issue number on there, putting what it is, and I like that. That's good. And I think what Marvel maybe should have done is, instead of going crazy reprinting everything with the True Believers, I mean, a movie comes out and they reprint 10 different first appearances or first issues or first solo or first limited series or first whatever, man, of everything. What I think they should have done is maybe pull back a little bit, and I hope we will see this again when Vision and Scarlet Witch came out. You reprint a Scarlet Witch #1 for $1, reprint Vision #1 for $1, and then reprint Vision and Scarlet Witch, the first miniseries, #1 for $1. And that's it.
But then, you read Vision and Scarlet Witch #1, and it costs you $1 to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's only 25% of the story. You need to now go out and get the rest of those books.
Right. And so at the same time, you put the trade out.
Yeah.
You put a new affordable version of the trade out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Do that.
I like what they're doing now. So they did this in Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. I don't think they've done it in anything else, but they put QR codes in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like you're watching it, and like in the museum in Moon Knight, at the gift shop, there's a QR code, and if you scan the QR code with your phone, it brings up a copy of Fists of Khonshu #1, and you can read the book on your phone.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And every episode, they put the QR code in there, and it changes books every episode. So if they're introducing...
I think I may have fallen asleep during Moon Knight at that point. I didn't see that.
But yeah, if they're introducing a new character in that episode, it'll take you to like that character's first appearance in a comic book, and you can read that issue.
Now, that's cool. That's really neat.
That actually kind of is a pretty cool concept and stuff on that.
Maybe you should advertise that a little more.
I don't know.
No, because the younger generation is automatically going to spot that stuff and be on it with their phone. Guys like me.
I just look at it like, oh, it's blurry. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly,
snow
that's
on an
it.
old TV. I don't understand what it is. If you guys need to get by, he is very light. You can use
All right, I'll make sure that I eat him out of it.
Beautiful, beautiful. I hope we keep that in. Yeah, that's a neat idea though. That's really. I did not know that they did that. I didn't realize that.
I don't know if they've done that with the movies or not.
I don't know. Movies.
It'd be really cool to be watching In the Mouth of Madness and you scan a code.
It just pulls up a racistly named dog going, "My master was not nice." You said In the Mouth of Madness, not Multiverse.
Oh yeah.
I went Lovecraft on you there.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Doctor Strange, racist dog. Did you not read that? That was an all ages book in the 80s from Star Comics. The Adventures of Doctor Strange's racist dog.
Okay, so before we wrap things up,
It's really good. Yeah,
I stumbled on something today that I did not know existed.
definitely.
Did you know that John Byrne has an X-Men comic online that's non-canon?
That's what makes it interesting.
Is it only online read? Like
It's
digital
only
read?
online, yeah.
I don't know about that.
How did you get away with it?
I don't know.
You really want to poke the Disney bear? You really want to poke the Baloo there?
I mean, it's
That's
not,
what I'm going to say when
it's
somebody
not
messes
one
with
book.
Disney.
It's
You want
like,
to poke the Baloo? That's
it's
good.
like 12 issues.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they're good. I mean, it's like 1990s X-Men, It's not colored. It's all black and white pencils. But the stories are really good. It's John Byrne. I mean, just classic X-Men. The way X-Men should be.
Oh my God.
And it's called John Byrne X-Men something Excelsior.
John Byrne's X-Men looking for a lawsuit. 12-issue limited series.
I mean, Marvel knows all about it.
Really?
Yeah. They've tried to buy it from him so they could put it out as a miniseries. And he said, no, thank you. He's like, no.
No, it's John Byrne, so he probably said, no, I don't like you. No, thank you, sir. Do you like money? No. Do you not want money? No.
But I mean, I haven't read the X-Men since Byrne has been off it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The new X-Men isn't my thing. It's not for me.
I get it. It's not. I mean, it's not for everybody.
It's certainly not for me.
Fair enough. Ron.
Yes, Gregory.
Hello.
Hello.
Is there anything you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to say?
So, follow me on Whatnot. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, it is a free app you can download or you can watch online, www.whatnot.com. Free app. I'm a seller on there, Captain Electric. We've got a group that I work with on Sundays, Sunday Sensational 6, on July 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern. Haha You Wish is doing F Cancer charity show. Please tune in, check that out. We are going to be doing a cancer show with our proceeds going to Colors for Cancer.
Colors for Cancer.
I get those mixed up. So, and that will be on August 21st at 11 a.m. Eastern. And any support for those would be greatly appreciated. And that's it.
I just meant, you want to say anything about John Byrne?
Who's John?
God, anyway, whatever, man.
But
So that's that, isn't it?
On Whatnot, you're kind of you're not one of the big guys.
No, I'm a smaller seller.
You're not like Comic Tom, Hive, like those big guys. But you're not like where I'm at either.
No, I'm it's like you got different tiers, and I'm slowly climbing my way up. We just recently reached 2K.
You're pretty. Oh, that's not bad.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something, man. You know what? You're big to me. Okay? Small in stature, large on Whatnot. That's what I like to say about you. That's it right there.
I appreciate all the support.
That's high cap in cap.
So you're at that level where you're bringing, and you bring some pretty good books too.
I try. I really do.
You bring some really great books. He really does.
So do a mix and match, old stuff, new stuff, selling out of my PC. That's a lot of it stuff.
And I'm able to. And I'm notoriously cheap, and I buy on his auctions all the time. So that lets you know there's deals to be had.
There's always deals to be had. Dexter hates this, my youngest genetic creation, but our prices are shockingly low.
Right back in front of you again. Yeah. That's terrible. My God.
You should see the looks I get from
I'll bet. I'll bet.
All right. So if you've got some input about
I found Star Trek comic.
nice
About Star Trek.
So if you've got input about your grills or any blue chips that you want to discuss, leave it down in the comments below, and we will discuss. Some of these books you may be seeing coming up for sale. All right. So
Be super swell if you ring that bell.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Ring the bell so you get notified when there's a new show. Join us Wednesdays where we film live here. We show you the new comic books that are out on the wall, Greg's picks for the week, and we'll see you later, traders.